Hey guys, it is Marriage Monday, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about communication. If you're new to my channel, my name is Alana, and my channel is all about marriage, homemaking, healthy living, and homeschooling. Please subscribe. So ladies, I know we've all done this like a million times. We think we are so good at communicating because we can express our feelings so well and so clearly and so articulately, but really sometimes we stink at communicating. We really think that our husbands can read our minds and we expect them to be able to. We're like, you should know what's wrong with me. You should know what I need. You should know what you need to do to make me happy right now. And since you're not doing it, I'm just gonna give you the silent treatment, have my arms crossed, have a sour look on my face for the rest of the day until you figure it out. You will receive no help from me. And that is ridiculous because you know what happens? The longer they take figuring it out, which they never will, the more frustrated we get. And the more bitter, the more resentful, the more annoyed, the more he doesn't care about how I feel. And it is really wrong to do that to another human being. Just tell them what you need. Trust me, I'm a woman, so I have felt this way before. I've definitely gotten better at it, but I still fall into it sometimes. Most of the time, my particular struggle is, I've told you, so you should remember. You should know that already. I told you. Keep it in your brain. Oh, you forgot? Well, that's unacceptable, and then that brings trouble. So, yeah, it's a struggle, you guys. Marriage is going to be a constant for the rest of our lives. Growing opportunity, sanctification at its best. And it's because it reveals to us constantly how sinful we are, how selfish we are, how proud we are. We're so self-absorbed. And it's a constant reminder of, wow, I really need to be more like Christ and be more of a servant and be more giving and considerate of others and not just always idolizing myself. So don't expect your husband to read your mind. Tell him what you need from him. Tell him in a kind way, because who in the world is going to want to give you what you need when you tell them with an attitude? Nobody. Think about that. Put yourself in that position. Somebody comes up to you and says, I am so fed up. I have told you a million times that I need this from you. Why can't you just remember? Versus, man, I'm really struggling with loneliness today. Can you make some time for me? I really just need some quality time with you. What's better? Which one are you going to be a little more softened to hearing? A little more less likely to become irritated or frustrated at? A little more excited to fulfill? The second one for sure. So I am so guilty of not doing that well. And every now and then I have a good time. I do it well. Yesterday was one of those, so I want to share that with you. Okay, I have to switch locations because my whole family just got here. So yesterday, it was Saturday. My husband was off, but he worked all morning selling coffee at the farmer's market. And so Friday night, you know, typical Friday night is like, yay, it's Friday night, let's do stuff. No, not here. Here it's preparing for Saturday morning work, selling coffee. Then Saturday morning, he woke up super early. He was gone before all of us, selling coffee. He's exhausted. By the time he gets home, he took like a 2.5 hour nap. And I'm like, sometimes I can handle all that totally fine. And sometimes I can't. Yesterday I couldn't. Yesterday I was like so lonely. I was so discouraged. Like, I need time with my husband. And a lot of other things are factoring into this too. My mom's been out of town for 2.5 months, so we haven't had a date in 2.5 months. I feel like every night, you know, we're in a transitional period right now with really growing this coffee business. So we've been busier than usual in the evenings. So all of that plays into it. So I'm like, man, I need time with my husband, like alone, not interrupted time. And so I could have a little pity party, which I totally have before. Just yesterday I didn't. I could be like mad and annoyed when he was going to take his nap. I could be like, I can't believe we're doing this instead of this, what I want, which I've totally done that before too. But yesterday I was like, Lord, help me. Help me to not throw a little selfish fit and to think about the grand scheme of things and to think about the reality of what's going on here. He is busy. This is a transitional phase. It's not going to be like this forever, whatever, you know? And so when he was up and they were all gathered around the computer trying to pick out these cool badges that they're trying to make something for the kids, I was like, okay, in 10 minutes, I am kidnapping my husband and I'm going on a walk with him alone and you guys are staying inside. And it was like a great way to get what I needed and announce it to the family and fill my love tank with some one-on-one time, holding my sweet husband's hand all the way around the neighborhood, getting some fresh air, hearing the birds sing, and just seeing beautiful things together. And it was great. It did the trick. Do I always do it well? No. But yesterday I was like, good job, Alana. And the difference was this. I fed myself rational thoughts instead of entertaining irrational thoughts. I fed myself the truth, reminding myself that even if we get no time together today, I have the Lord. I have the Lord, and soon enough we will get time together. And until then, the Lord is sufficient to sustain me. And so just prayerfully and thinking right instead of lies really helped me. So I hope that's helpful to you when you find yourself in a situation, which we will again, and you will again, where you want and need something from your husband and he is oblivious to it, and you need to tell him, but you need to tell him in a way that will actually give you what you need instead of creating trouble, because then you're in a bigger, deeper, worse mess than you began. So communicate clearly, communicate lovingly, communicate with grace. Above all things, we honor Christ in the way that we live our lives as wives. I hope this is encouraging to you. I would love to hear your funny examples of times you've really, really messed up with communication and times that you've done great. Tell us about it in the comments below. Have a great day. God bless you all, and please subscribe.